Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, all. How's it going, guys? Pickles is my thing. Snooky. I got this shirt at Five Below for $5. Could you believe? And it's actually a really nice shirt. I've washed it like 10 times now and it's like still holding up. It's really cool. I like it a lot. Trish should copy this and do like chicken nuggets or something. Bling. Bling is my thing. Oh my god. I gotta text her about that. That's genius. Hi guys. Hello, hello. Hi, Jimmy. So many streams this week. We are so fed. I'm trying to give them because I went like 10 days without one. So I'm doing my best. Hello, hello. Hello, Maddie. Thank you for the 7 streams. Hello, Gavy. Meryl Streep. Hello, Mel. Alan. Huntober, how's it going? Justine Vega, welcome to the stream. Makes your arms look super good. Thank you. Thank you very much. Baby Tutuga, hello. Maddie, Jiggatens, thank you for the 63 months. Hello, hello. So, I have something to share with you all, exclusively for those of you here on a late night. I appreciate it. My stream is so late this evening because I spent most of my evening dyeing this Labubu neon green. It was a Coca-Cola Labubu originally, which I will show one here. This is a normal Coca-Cola Labubu. We're going to undress it so you can really see the difference. And I gotta say, it was a lot easier than I was expecting it to be, but I will say it did not turn out exactly the way I wanted it to. So this is what it used to look like, and this is what it looks like now. Pretty stark difference. We're gonna remove the liquid latex together because it's so gross. Ew, ew, oh my god. Holy shit, it is in there. Oh. Holy moly. There's still some like in the fur. I'll have to brush it out or something. I wonder if like rubbing alcohol would get some of it out. Okay, let's take it off the feet next. Damn, it is on there. I did 2 coats. Oh, fuck. It's so gross. It's so nasty. She's molting. This is disgusting, dude. Ugh. But, like, it really protected the vinyl really well. I'm very impressed. Ugh, this is so gross. Is this the first time you've helped a woman shed? I think so. Ugh. It's like white chicks. This is like your worst nightmare. It is disgusting. Certainly gross. Okay, it's all off. Honestly, it's giving more like Luck of the Irish than Brat. So, oops. Honestly, it's pretty fucking good. Like, for my first time ever dyeing anything, especially like a plushie, which was my first thing I chose to do, it's pretty great. I did My hands are a little green. That's okay. It's dry. I put it in the dryer for a while. It's definitely really dark around here. It's kind of like almost like tie-dyed. You can see where it like really consolidated. So what I might do, like this is what the color I wanted it to be. So I think I need another round, which I might do. Because it was not that difficult. I'm surprised because the legs were submerged longer than the torso, but the torso ended up getting the color the most, which is interesting. The head is definitely really fair. It's more mint. But overall, I'm pretty impressed. I will be painting the nose to be green, because otherwise it kind of gives Christmas. And then I'm gonna end up doing something, maybe not a fabric dye, but like a fabric paint for the Coke tag, because I don't need it to be red. I don't like it. I don't want it to be red. Worst case scenario, I cut it off and it just isn't like a non-bag charm Labubu. But I will say, it turned out pretty good for a first attempt ever. I'm very impressed with myself. Sadly, it did bleed through onto the ears just a little bit, because that's just how it was gonna happen, unfortunately. I really tried my best. I held it by the tag and I dunked it all the way up to here, and then I brush dyed around the ears, but unfortunately it bled through a little bit. I did try to get some of the green out with a Tide stick, which kind of helped a little bit, lighten it up. But unfortunately, it's just going to be that way. Although, it's kind of like Makoko a little bit in that sense. Damn, I feel like I'm really staining my fingers holding this thing. It is dry, but it's like rubbing off. So I should really be careful touching this clean white one. That I don't get it dirty, so I'm going to put it over there. But yeah, it looks pretty good. And honestly, the more lighter green, you won't even notice once it's like in an outfit, you know? So let's dress it up real quick. But I'm pretty impressed. It's a little bit like, okay, you tried. But you know, I'm impressed with myself. And I feel crafty. So what I did was I used RIT fabric dye, and I did the concoction in the kitchen on the stove, because you need to use hot water, 140 degrees or hotter. And I did a mix of neon green and neon yellow, and I think I definitely needed to use more yellow to get more of the like puke kind of color of a Brat CD. But we'll do a side-by-side in a minute. Just get this outfit on more. And I did film the process for TikTok, so we'll see. But overall, like, okay. Like, it definitely looks a little bit better once it's covered up completely. But you know, like, it's kind of drippy. It's kind of drippy, you know? Damn. That holding this thing really fucking stained my fingers. That's a little concerning. Well, maybe they were just like that before. I don't know. Let me take something white that's like cheap, and I'm gonna throw it away and see if it stains. If it's just my fingers from earlier. I have a sock here. I don't care. Yeah! It's still coming off. What the fuck? You know, it did give me a fixative. I did buy a fixative. So maybe I should spray it with that and let it dry overnight on the counter or something. Maybe I'll do that. Cause like rubbing the white more, like it's staining the sock. You can barely tell, but I can. It's pretty noticeable in real life. So, how interesting. Well, that's good to know. I'm gonna take the clothes off then. Overall color, I think I might, honestly, if I'm gonna like do all that, I might as well try for a second coat and see if I can really saturate this thing. Especially now since I've kind of given up on the ears staying cream colored. I could always bleach the green on the ears once I'm done and then re-dye that peach if I really want to. But yeah, I might just end up dunking it then completely, submerging it to really saturate that color. Because I went very gentle on how much I dunked it to make sure I didn't get it in there. Rit makes a dye remover. Oh, interesting. I might try that then. So yeah, it looks like I'm gonna need to do something with this. But we'll figure it out. But overall, great base. Very green. Very, very green. At some point I will paint the nose to be green because the red is a little bit much. And then I guess if I'm just going all in, I wonder how the tag will take then. Because I'd love to dye the tag black. I think black would be fierce for the tag. How does it compare to Monchichi? I'll go get it. Because, like, that was really what I wanted. And it's not too... Okay, it's actually so different. Okay, so Monchichi ate me the fuck up. But, compared to a Bratzy... Okay. So, definitely gonna have to go in and saturate this more.
Well,
because I'm 27 and I'm still living with my parents in Overland Park.
I have an art history degree from a night school. My cat just died. I've lost 25% control of my sphincter muscles. I get a clicking sound in my jaw when I eat. I drive a 91 Dodge Neon. I have ovarian cysts. Sometimes I pee the bed still. I have alopecia. The only man who wants to fuck me is my 48-year-old manager at Pizza Street. P.S. He only has one ball. So I guess better than you.
Better than you, y'all. Better than you. Ruby wants to leave. Hang on. See you later, Ruby. Bye, Ruby. See you later, Ruby. Bye. Okay, so, my fingers are not that green, but I don't want to touch anything else. So, and then once I was done, I put it in the dryer. I wrapped it in socks and I put it in the dryer. So yeah, I think what I might do, maybe tomorrow, because I'm going to have to put liquid latex on the face again, and let that dry. So maybe I'll do another submersion tomorrow, completely, and really saturate the hell out of this thing. Because I really wanted to kind of match the CD, at least in terms of like saturation. I don't know if I'll be able to get an exact color match, but I'd like to saturate it. Because especially now that it's like drying more, it's really starting to like just kind of look green. And it's definitely a green that I don't know if they make a Labubu of, so it's kind of unique in that way. But it's not what I wanted. So we're gonna have to try again. So, yeah, I guess I'll just leave it over here for now. Put the hook back on. Move this one out of the way. Okay. Now I gotta be really careful touching this pure white one, that I don't get the green on my fingers on. wash my hands. So this is a t-shirt that I drew. This is chroma key. So this is a tank top that I dyed with the dye that was left, and it kind of got dirty from the railing outside. So I'm gonna have to try to get that out. That should come out pretty easily. This is crazy green. So I think, and I left this in for quite a while. In the pot to soak up the color. So I think if I completely submerge the Labubu and I leave it in for longer, because I would kind of like dunk it almost like an Easter egg, and I just completely submerge it, I just deal with the ears not being the exact color I want, not staying that peach. You know, I thought about covering the peach fur with liquid latex, but then I realized it's gonna be submerged and it's gonna dye it from the inside to the out, so it wouldn't really matter anyway. But yeah, this is like how saturated the dye can get it. This was a white tank top, so I believe if I just try again and just try to dye the already dyed one and like really just give it time to marinate in that dye, because it says give it like 30 minutes. I did like 20 for this, maybe 15. So I think I can get it to this color, and like this is what I really want. Really want. So, okay, I'm gonna go put this back outside. Okay. Here's her skin. Disgusting. So gross. I'm gonna put it in this Coke can. It looks like cabbage. But yeah, I'm trying to assemble like a brat collection. Like I have this DS Lite. I have this GB color that I got back in high school at a yard sale for $1. So I want like a little brat shelf, and I have that Monchichi, and I think a Labubu would look great there. So, okay. Tonight we're drawing. Just gonna chill and hang out. I don't have much to talk about today. Today was a very lazy day for me. But also, yeah, I did get it off my fingers with soap, so that's good. So let me actually inspect this other coat that I was touching. It looks like I didn't get any off. Honestly, What might have been coming off on my fingers was like dye that was like still in it, that was in the stuffing that didn't dry. Because I didn't unsew it and unstuff it because I don't feel like doing that, and like I feel like it did not get matted down and like less fluffy. So yeah, I won't be doing that. I wish I was better at sewing, because I would like change out that tag for a custom one or something. The like, whatever. I did take the paper tags off because I'm like, well, I'm dyeing it anyway, so any sort of like check for authenticity doesn't fucking matter anymore. And I hate those tags. They're long as fuck, very overstimulating. I hate the sound they make when they rub together. So, well, I'm glad I got it off my fingers with just some soap, because I was nervous I was gonna have like dingy knuckles. Did anyone else as a kid think truly that having a green thumb, like that expression, you have a green thumb, which means you're good at growing plants? Like I literally thought like some people, their thumb turned green. Like I didn't understand. I think there was an episode of Dragon Tales where they talked about that. Also, did they... Dragon Tales... Kingdom Come. Okay. So yeah, there's this place called Kingdom Come. C-O-M-E. You can only go to Kingdom Come. You cannot leave. You can only come there. You can't leave there. It looks like this. Anyway, I saw this episode as a kid, and I went to Catholic school. And the Hail Mary prayer is, Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou amongst women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners. Wait, no. No, it's Our Father. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. So, thy kingdom come. Every time I said that prayer, I don't say that prayer anymore, but every time I said that prayer for like my entire life, I thought of this place, because it's literally called Kingdom Come. So I was like, oh my god, they're talking about this place. And there you go. Anyway, last time I drew this Labubu with a knife, and I wanted to draw it some more. There's a little bug on my fucking screen. What the fuck? Ew. What the hell? Anyway, enough about prayer.
I'm very honored to be in the presence of so many
locals. Hello, Callie. Thank you for the raid. I just showed off my first go of my Brat Labubu. I dyed a white Labubu green. It's not quite there yet. It's gonna need another round. But this is what we're working with right now. But thank you so much for the raid. Thank you, thank you. Bumbanat. Bumbanat, bumbanat. So yeah, last time I was drawing, I drew a Labubu, and I'm gonna work on it some more. I'm trying this new thing where I use my, I'm trying out using my pencil for lining instead of my typical lining pen. Just to kind of give it more of like a sketch look. And I always get so hung up on the line weight as I'm drawing. And honestly, it's probably better to just draw them all the same like weight, and then once it's done, go back over. I always get hung up on making the lines really thick and like doing the whole thing in one go, when it's like I can do different steps to it. So, but yeah, this is kind of like a warm-up today. Jake did send me this favorite Pokemon art challenge, and I'm gonna do it. But not yet. It's hard because thick lines look better if the image is smaller, but not good when it's huge, in my opinion. Yeah, I like a variation. My usual art style is definitely along the lines more of like thicker. I really like thick black line art. Here's some other drawings I've done. This is probably one of my favorites I've ever done. So I try to like find like a nice mix of like heavy lines and stuff. Show the Phantom. I will. This is for an art collab that I did, and like I really like the line weight for this. I really like it. So I don't know. I'm gonna try with this. Honestly, I don't know why I drew so small. How big is this canvas? I literally don't even remember. Dimensions. 3,000. Yeah, this little boo-boo could be bigger. So maybe I'll just do that. Because it would make a cute like little sticker. Honestly, I kind of want to do a different brush for this. I set up this brush, this studio pen. It's like a spin on the normal Procreate default. But I don't know if I love it. I have this one that is from a Pokemon like Ken Sugimori style brush pack, but I edited it a little bit to have more like pixelization, because I kind of like the look that the vibe that I drew something in MS Paint almost, but not really. So I think I kind of want to use. I do like this brush, so I think I'm gonna use this one. If I get bored, I'll switch to just like sketching, because it's kind of boring to start the stream with line art, but it's a nice way for my like wrist to warm up, because I'm just like tracing lines that I already drew, you know? Is anybody else drawing tonight? I'm curious if we have any other artisans. Artisan means you make like goods, honestly. Yeah, I figured you'd be drawing, Rich. I love that you've been streaming more, Rich. It's great. Hello, Ellen. Also, did I say thank you, Pixie Sylveon? I read the whole thing. Pixie Sylveon, thank you for the 58 months on tier 2. I recited the alert, but then I don't think I said anything, so sorry about that. I played Gartic Corpse on Tyler Oakley's stream. I drew some really poorly done monsters. That's so fun, though. I've always wanted to do, like, viewer stuff like that, like Gartic Phone or, Jackbox, but I get so nervous that people are gonna be like racist or problematic, you know? Draw something mean. sometimes you can't trust people. See, now I'm doing the thing where I draw my lines thick the first go when I don't need to. I could do that later. But I can't help it. And like I could use the thicker pen. But I don't know. What kind of brush do you use in Procreate? So I use these subjectively Pokemon brush packs, and then I have this one that's an MS Paint brush pack called from Koro, and then these ones were given to me by my friend Taylor. Anyone have any plans for Pride? I do. I'll be at WeHo Pride this weekend. Very excited. I haven't been to WeHo Pride. I've only been to LA Pride. So I'm excited to see this one because I believe it'll be a bigger event. Going to my first Pride Fest. How exciting! Congratulations. I'm sure you'll have a great time. I live in a city with amazing Pride activities, so hyped for this year. Last year was my first time going to Pride since 2019. And LA Pride is like, it's cutesy. Definitely not as happening as WeHo Pride, because that's like the gayborhood. But it's still cute. But I really want to go to the bigger one this year, so we're going to WeHo. Which I tend to not really go to that much. I feel like WeHo is definitely best enjoyed by single gays. And that is not me. And I don't have any interest in being that, so... you know. It's okay. But yeah, Dallas and I are also just like, I don't know, kind of introverted. I think I'm a little bit more extroverted than he is. But I kind of like to stay home and be by myself. I feel like I enjoy going out to like a bar with friends. But I feel like most of the time, especially gays, going to a bar, like they're looking to meet somebody. Or like, at the very least, like, talk to people they don't know. Maybe make friends. Maybe it doesn't have to be romantic, you know, or sexual, but I'm just like, I'm not even, I like getting compliments online, but I'm not really, like, super comfortable receiving that kind of attention in person. Mostly because I kind of don't realize it's happening. And then when I do, I get kind of like, ooh. I cried in my first Pride parade. I got really emotional. I didn't cry because I was with... I've only really ever gone to Pride with people This sounds bad. Like, people I really like once, and it was last year. My first time going to Pride, I went with my friend's girlfriend and a bunch of her coworkers. And they were nice. Like, I didn't have a bad time. But I kind of felt like I was, like, masking almost. Like, I kind of was, like, not present as much as I'd like to be because I wasn't with people I, like, really know. I also just didn't have that many friends at that time either. Especially ones that would, like, that are queer and would want to go to something like that with me, you know? I really didn't have any gay friends till, like, COVID. And I made friends with, like, people from my streams and my mods and stuff like that. Before that, I really only knew straight people, and honestly, never again. Like, unless they're queer-coded straights, like straights for the gays, you know what I mean? Like, their audience is predominantly gay, or, like, they have a gay sibling, or, like, all gay friends. I'm just like, we don't have a lot in common. Typically. At this point in my life, I'm 28 now. I'm not putting myself in situations with people that I don't fuck with completely. And thankfully, I don't ever really get saddled with situations like that. Like, I don't think I've actually had to interact with straight people that I felt obligated to talk to in years. Because, like, all the straight people I know now, like, they're artists. So, like, they're heterosexual. They're not straights, you know? They just happen to be hetero. I got invited to a birthday, like, bar crawl that I really wanted to go to tonight. But I just was not feeling social today. And I think I would have been really stressed out the entire time. Because I really only knew one person going. And I've gone to parties before where I didn't know anybody but my friend that I tagged along with. And I really pushed myself to introduce myself to people and shake hands with people. And I'm like, I'm not mentally at that point this weekend, sadly. So, especially because I am doing that tomorrow. As well. So I was like, okay, gotta give my brain the time to come up with things to talk about with new people, you know? I've had gay friends, but they all live super far away, or we just drifted apart. That tends to happen just in life. Ironically, my gay friends are the ones that I've kept in touch with the longest out of any people I've ever known. But it makes sense because I have the most in common with my gay friends. Not just because we're gay, but like our interests too. Doesn't mean I don't love the straight people I've had in my life. That's for sure. I still keep in touch with some of them in like an acquaintance form, you know? But, yeah, for the most part, I don't really do that. Public events are hard for me if I don't have, like, how unlucky I got in Pokemon as small talk fodder. I'm sad that it did not go well for you, but there's always the next time. I'm scrolling up. Let's see. Ooh. Okay. Okay, textile artist here. Always wash fabric if possible before you dye it. Soak it in vinegar to allow the fabric to soak up the dye better. Add salt. Okay, so I did use salt. And I did stir the dye. Constantly. I did do all that. Because it says to do it on the side of the bottle of the stuff. And I used hot water. 160 degree water. It said use 140 or more. Maybe next time I don't go against the previous regional winner, round 1. Damn. That'll do it. That'll do. They were supposed to restock Big Into Energy tonight, and then 2 minutes before they did that, they made posts saying the restock has been postponed due to technical errors, which was really great for me because I was in the middle of dying of a boo-boo and I did not really feel like stopping to try and fail to buy more. But it's okay. We pulled the secret and I have 2 more on the way. So I'm like, I want to see and wait and see if I get dupes from those ones first. We're gonna round up a lot of our dupes and sell them, I think. Give some to like close friends as gifts, but probably sell our dupes to most people because there's no reason to have duplicates, really. Are you going to get a $32 Skull Panda plush pendant? No, I'm not. The fact that they're more expensive, unfortunately, I'm kind of nervous that Pop Mart is like, I feel like the tariffs definitely are being baked into the price of Wave 3 Labubu and other Pop Mart products. Especially after finding out that some, like, the Coke Labubus are like $13 when you like translate the pricing in like China and stuff. And that's just like upsetting. And I feel like they're definitely charging a premium for their products right now because Pop Mart is just like super big. But like even like and like maybe it's just, maybe they do like lower the price over time, but like compare like the brown Zmomo to the white Zmomo. The hide and seek Zmomo was the first one, and that's like 100 something. The Angel in the Cloud Zmomo is like $270. And I feel like the next Zmomo is gonna be like $400 something because it's gonna have tariffs baked into the price. I want to know what the Labubu drop next week is. The silhouette looks like a figure. Ooh, interesting. Hold on. Let me go to their Instagram. I'm supposed to be getting push notifications from these Pop Mart stores. I wasn't going to buy anything that they just listed because I don't need it, but I'm not getting notified. So, like, what the fuck? That's so weird. Sometimes it just does that. Sometimes it does not fucking tell me. Okay, let me go to Pop Mart's Instagram. Pop Mart US. Probably on Pop Mart Global, actually. Following... Oh my god, they follow Trish. Fun. They gotta send a PR package to the podcast in general. Where's this teaser? I don't see it. The Skull Panda trailer we can watch. I was thinking about getting, so I do like Skull Panda, the design, and the plushies look really cute. Also, my music stopped, so after this trailer, I gotta put it back on. I do like Skull Panda. I do think it's cool how she's genderless. The host used she/her pronouns, so like I'm gonna assume that. But they also said she's a genderless being that travels between dimensions, so that's pretty fucking cool to me. And so the previous Skull Panda is called Winter Symphony, and there's like Christmassy ones. There's like a Christmas tree and like a reindeer. And I was like, I don't really want those because I don't want to risk. If I don't like over half of the set, I typically don't really want to buy from it. Just because like the odds of me getting a one that I actually like are pretty low. So that's why, like with the Boo Boos, I like them all, so I'll buy them. Or like some of the like the Peach-Rye figures, I like them all. But with Skull Panda, I didn't like all of them. I liked only half of them, so I didn't want to risk getting one I didn't like. And I was like, I also want to wait for a set that's like less Christmas themed too overall. But I gotta say, this set still kind of giving, despite seeming like a springtime harmony garden color, they still kind of look wintry. So I don't know if I'm gonna really get one of these either. And now that I know that they're a little bit more expensive, they're 32, like I don't know. We'll see. Maybe on a whim. Like that white one is cute. Like they're cute. Like I don't think they look bad. But like this just once again reads like winter. Like they don't look different enough to me. This is beautiful though. This is a really beautifully animated trailer. Oh, okay. I do kind of fuck with this one. The red. That is beautiful. These actually look a lot more vibrant than the leaks made them look. This purple is cute too. Okay, this is kind of selling me now. I still don't think I'm gonna get one, but if I do, I will only get one. It's not one that I need the whole set, but I definitely, so far, like I really only want two of them, and that does not really make me feel like I want to drop that much money to get something I don't want, you know? I'll think about it though. Maybe I'll wait till it's like an older release, because like these Baby Mollies, I like them. And I like all the colors, so I'd be fine with literally any of them. This is the only Baby Molly product that I've like really felt called to. These little cat ones. But I think I'm going to wait till it's a little bit older of a release. That way I can use the coupons that they do on the TikTok lives to get like $9 off. And like combine an order and get a discount. So it ended up being like $4.50 on each. Which is not bad. I also kind of like leaving some stuff to be things I pick up if I'm like near the Pop Mart. Like if I take some friends to the mall from out of town and they want to go to Pop Mart, well, I want to get something too. But if I have everything, I'm not going to buy anything. So I kind of like to leave stuff that's like, this is something if I'm in the area. If we go to the mall and like I just run into Pop Mart, I get a little trinket, you know? So that's kind of what these are going to be for me, I think. Just like, if I'm there, I'll pick one up. Why not? So, yeah. The Boo Boos I saw and liked immediately. Found out it was a fad, except I wouldn't have one for a while. I will say, the older set, Big Into Energy, it feels like impossible to get. But I will say, if you have the time and you live in a country that offers the TikTok lives, it's not impossible to get them. It's very difficult, but it's not like thoroughly impossible. Especially like they've been producing more, I feel like, and people are acquiring the older sets now that had been hunting them. Like, I definitely have had better luck now getting like a Macron off of the TikTok live, or like a Have a Seat, than I did even like a week ago, but like especially 3 weeks ago, you know, because like now a lot more people like are getting them now. So if that's any consolation, I do think that Labubu will last for a while as a trend, but I don't see it lasting longer than the summer. Like, I think it'll peak over the summer once people are out of school, they have more time to spend online, potentially buy a trinket, you know. What's the deal with the tariffs? Did they get thrown out of court and then reinstated by some bullshit? I was like trying to find out today because I was curious if like, because I heard about them getting like thrown out last night and then I heard about them coming back today, so I don't really know what to believe, which is the most current information. That being said, sadly I don't feel like the prices will go back to normal on most things, especially not something like Labubu, because they're like, wow, we're making plenty of money selling them as they are right now. Why would we lower the price, you know? Which sucks, because I would love for them to be cheaper. Same way prices didn't go down after COVID, peak capitalism. I really wonder when the breaking point is. Like, how much longer can this go on? Like, truly, the way it is right now. I really do not know. And I fear it'll only get worse before it gets any better, remotely better, you know? But yeah, the Labubus I'm selling, by the way. If I do sell them on like eBay, if I run out of friends that want to buy them, I will be selling them for what I paid. I'm not inflating the price. I'm not looking to make a profit by any means. Just want to put that out there before I get associated with a reseller. I'm not a reseller. I'm not a scalper. I'm putting it back in the market. You're a foster parent. Yeah. We'll use that. That sounds great. I'm really so absolutely flattered at the response to my Just Trish episode. People have just been so cool and sweet about it. Still, days later, I'm still getting messages from people that hadn't had a chance to watch it yet, and it just really means a lot. So if you're one of those people that has been very kind to me about it, thank you so much. I really am so proud to be a part of this show, and it's really done amazing things for me. I just watched it today. It was very good. Thank you so much. I'm really very honored. Sent you a screenshot of the new arrivals pic. Thank you. Ooh. I did see these Care Bears. So yeah, that does look like a... Ooh, you know what I think it is, actually? I don't know if it's a Labubu. Hold on. Unless they said it was a Labubu. They all say in their videos, new Labubu series. Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. I'm excited then. I would love a new Labubu figure to buy one or two of. You want to know what I kind of fuck with? They're out of stock right now. These Teletubby, like, Labubu plush pendants. They're cool. They're cool as fuck. But they sell out pretty fast. I've never seen them on the shop. Show me Green Boo Boo. This is attempt number 1. I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna dunk her back in. Maybe tomorrow. Or in a few days. Whenever I have the time. Not bad so far. But definitely not Brat. But the shirt that I dyed in the same concoction became very Brat colored. So I think giving it more time to soak and maybe completely submerging it instead of dipping it and then letting it like dip and take it like it's like an Easter egg or something, I think is the move. Hello, Alex. But yeah, I'm gonna try again, but I have to cover it with liquid latex again. I took it off to see how it looked. Plus, in the dryer, some of it like peeled off, so I was gonna have to reapply anyway. But yeah, the latex worked really well. I tried to preserve the ears as best as I can, but unfortunately, the fabric it like did bleed through even when I would like dye it with the brush, and it was not taking the color very well from the brush. So I'm just gonna submerge it and then maybe brush bleach the ears and then re-dye the ears peach colored or something. Apparently RIT, the dye I used, makes dye remover. So maybe I'll try that too. But it's a work in progress. And honestly, I kind of like that it's not perfect because then it really feels like I made it. I don't know. I don't mind that it's like a little goofy. Or just cut the ears off. Yeah, exactly. I was watching Vanilla Mace today on stream because she was live when I was looking at the homepage. I really like her. Very funny. Blown up like crazy so quickly. And I was thinking about how I would react if that happened to me. Also, butt update, tailbone update, doesn't really hurt today. I think I just bruised it by like... I kind of vaguely remember sitting on one of our dog's toys. That was like wrapped in a blanket. I don't know. It's like, I definitely, if I sit a certain way, it definitely hurts. But like before, like if I shifted my weight, it would hurt. Today, it's like, woo, like it feels fine. I'm not even sitting on the donut pillow today. So I think sitting on it yesterday was very nice. I sat in it in the car today, and then I forgot in the car. So, but yeah, I'm very relieved because I was very nervous. Everybody freaked me out, thinking I had a cyst, but thankfully I don't. But yeah, I was thinking, I'm like, how would I react if that happened to me? Like if I randomly got super fucking popular to the point where I have like 10,000 people watching me. I don't know. I think I would love to have like, I think I would like to cap around like maybe 1,000. That feels like enough that like, I really feel like I'm popping off and I have that sort of like dopamine rush of that. But it's enough that I can still feel like I'm actively communicating with the people in my chat, you know? Because that's what I love the most about my streams, is like talking to you guys and stuff. And I would rather have that than an insane viewer count any day, truly. Plus I prefer it to happen more gradually, because that way like people really like organically get to like join the community and get acquainted with the vibe of the stream. It'll be a lot all at once, and I worry that like the vibes of like my OGs would shift, you know? I worry about that too. Definitely Gen 3. I feel like Gen 2, where we're at right now, like, it'll always be the best. Like, it'll always be the best. Just like Pokemon. Like, everything will pale in comparison to the vibes of Gen 2 Wensies. Not to say I don't love a good Gen 3, and there's still time to join in on Gen 2. Gen 2 is not over. Gen 3 is if I fucking randomly go super viral and I get 10,000 new people. But if you're joining today, tomorrow, the next day, you're still Gen 2, so don't worry about it. I think Gen 2's ending now that Trish viewers have been coming in. Yeah, but I feel like the people who have been finding me from the podcast have like, they get the vibe real quick, because like they're fine. They have the similar humor of the podcast. Maybe it's they've seen my episode, you know. Like I don't notice a difference in like the vibes. I think if I like randomly got super viral on TikTok and I had a bunch of people finding me that way, that I think would be a more drastic vibe shift. Gen 2 started when you modded your current mods. Yeah, I think you're right. Gen 2 started in COVID. When I came back to streaming in like 2019 into COVID times. I like your smaller, close-knit community. I do too. And I used to like, it used to be like kind of not a curse, like a blessing and a curse. But like I definitely used to like, when streaming was like my main source of income, of course I like longed for it to be popping off more because I wanted to make money to live. But now that I have the podcast job, and that is like my primary source of income, it's taken a lot of the pressure off of streaming, and I feel like it's like not like fun again, because it was never not fun, but like I really like all the stress that used to kind of like be in the back of my mind is gone, which is really cool. I also watched most of your episode. I think Trisha's Blue Diamond. I started tearing up. You started tearing up, of all people? That's crazy. That's crazy. Wow. I've been following you ever since I saw you playing Pepsi Man on Game Grumps. I don't tune in often, but I hope you're well, and I hope you have a good night. Thank you. It really means a lot to me that people still enjoy that series or still remember me from that series. It's really cool. Because it's been like almost 10 years now, not to remind everyone of the horrors of the passage of time, but it's been a really long time. And it's just cool to like hear from people after all these years. I've been on the internet a long time, and my like my digital footprint has waxed and waned every so often, and I'm cool with that. I really like where I'm at now in terms of attention, personally. I don't feel intimidated and uncomfortable or censored, you know? Yes, I think I just have heard your experiences. I'm used to just letting you dump, but it wasn't because it was sad. It was more because I realized, wow, he really is a bubbly, giggly person for something who went through all that. It's true. I do be giggling. I do be cackling. Mumbling and cackling. But yeah, it is kind of crazy when I like say it out loud, because I'm like, oh shit, like, oh yeah, that did happen. Ooh. Ew, it was horrible, ew, trauma. But it really means a lot to me. I kind of am like, it's been a while since like people have really, since I've been sincere. I feel like a fucking sociopath saying that. But like, it's, you know, I don't take things very seriously in life. Especially not here. I just talked about my butt, you know, for like, I don't, you know, like everything is always like a bit. So it's been a while since I've like really like just been like bold face, like this happened to me and blah 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 blah. This is how it is. And it's like new information for so many people. So it's been kind of crazy that I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot that like people can be moved by what I've said. Because I've gotten some really sweet DMs being like, hey, like I just lost my mom, or like I lost my dad around the same age, and then I had an abusive stepfather, and blah blah blah. And like that's been really cool, because it's rare that I really like get deep like that anymore. I had to watch the episode after I saw a clip of Moses, and him only brought up, you want a macaron? That shit, when I finally, it's so funny, he texted me mid-episode. He texted me mid-episode being like, it's a reference to this thing. If you look it up, you should put it on screen, but you'll have to censor it. Like, he gave me, like, editing notes in the middle of the episode. Like, I looked down after we were finished, and Trish was recording the ad reads, and I just like was quiet, just checking my phone because I didn't want to talk. And I saw this big long paragraph of him like telling me, and I was just like, oh my god, that's so fucking funny. And he's literally like a foot away from me. He's texting me. It was so funny. And I went home and I fucking died laughing at this fucking macaron picture that I can't show on here, but you can Google it. And it cracked me up. I'm like, God, I wish I fucking knew what that was in the moment. Because I would have pissed myself. I love how, like, online Moses has been these last few months. Because Trish has been traveling, so he has to be, like, be the one kind of finding the topics for her. And it's been yielding very funny results of like, oh yeah, I heard about that, and about like the most random ass shit. There's a topic that I sent to Oscar for next week that I've been trying to be better. Trish always gets on my case on the show because I always only text Oscar shit and I don't text her. One, because I don't want to bother her. She has 2 children, a third on the way. She's on like a national tour. Like, I don't want to bother her by sending her memes or like stuff for the podcast. Like, I'm just like, whatever. Plus, when I sent, but I've been better about it now because I'm like, she said twice now, like, why am I not in that group chat? So I think she really wants to be in it. So I started texting all of them for topics. But I did send Oscar 2 today because I want them to be blind reactions. Because they're viral videos that I want her take on, and I want her like in the moment take. Because I want to see the face crack at how insane the opinion is. So, and I told him, like, please tell her, please preface with I did not send it for a reason. Because I know she wants me to. I don't want to offend her. But yeah, it has been like a long time since I've like really like been vulnerable, I guess. I don't know. I don't really know how to describe it, but I just feel like whenever I like bring up like my dead mom, it's like I don't know, a punchline, because that's how I cope. So to just be like explaining like, yeah, this is what happened. I did have to stop myself from continuing, because like I just fucking go. I will just keep oversharing and trauma dumping, because I just like, I'm like, I don't know, I just do. But when Trish started tearing up, I was like, oh, I should really like reel it in. Because I don't want to like, I don't know, I didn't want to make her full on cry. You know, I also like don't want it to feel like I'm looking for sympathy. Like, I'm not sharing this so people like feel bad for me and like give me money. You know, I don't know. I get very like weird about what I share and how I go about doing it. But yeah, I definitely was like, okay, let me switch from like going into insane detail about the horrors that they are, and give the Spark Notes version of it all. You used to talk so earnestly about heavy shit on stream, but ever since you flipped that Daffy Duck switch in your brain, you've really just been adding it to the bit. I think because they're not present feelings anymore. They used to be so difficult. But yeah, I really like. There's some. That's why I had Sammy like unlist those ancient VODs from like 2016, because I was like, I literally like I can't handle like a stream from me in 2016 where I'm like, I took a break from my suicidal ideation to stream Bejeweled at 3 o'clock in the morning. And talk about how I want to kill myself. Like, I can't have that appear in my subscription feed 10 years later on the VOD channel. Like, I just can't. I can't have that happen to me. So I had them just like put them all in like an unlisted playlist. Like, if you want to look for them, they're there for archival sake. But that sounds healthy. Honestly, it's kind of like why I'm here. Being completely honest, like I probably wouldn't be here if not for those types of streams, really. Zef-chan. I don't think I like that. I think I like this more. I'm glad you're here with us, Jimmy. Thank you. Zef-chan, thank you for the 57 months. I would have gotten banned during those streams. Yeah, you probably would have. Or... modded. I used to, when my back in the day, I appreciate the help, but I modded people that I don't think like me that much. Because I just was like, I just need people. And then they just like wouldn't show up to my streams, and I'm like, I do have mods, but they're busy modding for other people, and you know. I would have ran your Discord like the military for the wrong side. Hello, Gamma. Which side would Alex have been on for Lucario? Oh. She'd be like, I raise you. I don't know. Eeyore. Something like fucked up and awful. She draws you as a snail daily. Ay, ay, ay. What color do we want to make this Labubu? I kind of want to draw like Dream Labubu collabs. Like a Sonic Labubu. I feel like brown is like pretty classic. My line art is not completely connected, so I'm filling it this way today. Otherwise, I usually use a reference layer. And maybe there's an option for reference layers to fill even if your line art is like not connected, but I don't care. Need Sanrio to be the bigger person to extend the olive branch to Pop Mart for the crossover. So Sanrio and Pop Mart I think do have some collabs. At least I've seen them at the Pop Mart stores. But I think that Labubu, I kind of feel like they don't need one right now. They do collabs for the Labubu figures though, like they have the One Piece one, which is cool, and like Coke. Hi, Hannah. They have like 3 Sanrio figures and the $300 Space Molly blind box. The fact that they have blind boxes for the 300% scale ones is crazy to me. It's like absurd. Yeah, could not be me. It's a really tough sell for me to even want to think about one of the big ones. Like, I do want one of those big Z-Momos someday. But I probably want the brown one, just because it's the cheapest. And I feel like the white one would get dirty. Not that I plan to bring it anywhere, but, you know. What if Giant Bratzy Momo? Not a bad idea, not a bad idea. Shout out to Hannah. for getting my mail today while I was out. It was a Pop Mart box, and it probably would have been stolen because it was left. It didn't tell me it was delivered for a full hour. It was left in front of the parcel lockers, which is such a fucking rude thing to do, because I ordered it after my delivery instructions. Give them the code for them to put it in there. It's so fucking rude. Like, they just could not be fucking bothered. If I were Hannah, I would have been like, oh, Jesus, no package. Sorry, girl. Tuki. Nope. Quiet, Rube. Ruby. Hush, little Ruba. Rubinsky. Monica Rubinsky. I did not. I swear I did not bark at that stranger. The Gabby Windy episode that went up yesterday, one of my favorites. It was so great. I'm sure she'll be a returning guest, because she was starstruck when Trish followed her. Like, she's cool as fuck. I love her. Her Lost Culture episode was good too. I like Lost Culturistas. I don't really listen to the podcast very much. They were, when we used to drive to New York for Christmas, we'd run out of sibling rivalries, and Very Delta did not exist yet. So we would then start listening to Lost Culturistas, because by then, after a year had passed, they had at least 3 guests that I would actually want to listen to a podcast with. My favorite one was 80 Bryant. I love her. She's so fucking funny. I'm curious how long Bowen Yang will stay at SNL. I think he might have one more season in him, but Wicked has made him a movie star. And once SNL people start doing movies, they don't really stick around much longer, I will say. Because they just don't have the time. They're on my weekly lineup, so I listen to every episode. You know, because I listen to Just Trish and Not Loveline for work, I don't really have as much time for podcasts now, and so really we mostly only we'll listen to Race Chaser or Sibling Watchery and stuff when Drag Race is airing. We do a Hot Goss because that's a bit more timeless, and you if it's we can listen to a few weeks in a row, because we're not hearing them react to a Drag Race episode from a month ago, you know. So we do listen to those. Hi, Ruby. Hello, baby. Hi. Hi, sweet pea. I love you too. But yeah, we really only listen to Very Delta right now. But I'm sure that'll change. Probably on our drive to Lake Tahoe in July. We will listen to some stuff. Okay. Now I can do a drawing reference layer. Also, I just forgot. Somebody earlier asked how I figure out when Labubu's like restock and stuff. I follow my local Pop Marts on Instagram. And they post when those specific stores are gonna do a buy online, pick up in store drop. And I put post notifications on. So they tweeted today they were doing a drop at 7 p.m. Pacific for Big Energy. They ended up not doing it because of a technical issue, they said. But that is how I find out typically. What does avocado taste like to you? Well, first of all, I screenshotted that fucking GIF and reverse image search, so I do know the name of the person, so thank you for sharing that with me. I don't know. I don't think it tastes like cum. You could have just asked. I used my super sleuth abilities. It's okay. I don't know. Avocado doesn't really taste like anything that I've had before. But it's not a powerful taste. Kind of almost has like no flavor. Cuz like the best things about avocado are what you put in it. Like guacamole. You're putting like onion and pepper or tomato, like your seasonings, like you're mixing stuff into it. It enhances it's kind of like a Greek yogurt. But I do like it on a sandwich, like just a scoop and plop it on there. I think I eat it more for like the texture rather than the flavor. I do like it. I don't remember the last time I've had just like a scoop of avocado on like toast or something. It's been a long time. Mostly because I just always feel like I fucking wait too long to eat it, or I cut into it before it's ready to eat, and I'm like, it's stressful, so I'd rather just go to a restaurant and get it that way. But it's really good. I did not have an avocado until I was like 18. Because not that many places in New York where I lived like added it to things. I think the first time I ever had it was in guacamole at Chipotle, and it changed my life. I can snack on it alone, not even salt. Honestly, I probably could too. I don't do it, like, almost ever, just because I just don't, but I could. If I really wanted to. I think it would be delicious. Ooh. That looks cool. I like that. Hey, you. Oh, I accidentally bucket filled on the line art layer.
You're still alive?
Yeah. Whatever. That's where we're at now. How many undos will it take to get me out of this situation? Not bad. I'll deal. I have all the colors picked, so it's fine. Oop. Hello, Michael. I feel like I had an avocado like once and it was eh. I mean, if you're just having it plain, it's not like the most impactful flavor. Again, it's really like a texture thing, and it's like an additive to other stuff. Ugh, now I just want that. Ugh. I would love an avocado right now. I would like some guacamole and I would dip Doritos in there. That would fucking hit. That would be so good right now. Oh well. This is Alex's fault, isn't it? No. What? This came up organically. Right, right. But was it crispy? Right, right. I fucking love that video. I do not love the taste of cum, I will say. And every time I've ever swallowed, I've had a sore throat the next day. I do not love... But it's like, ugh. I want so bad to like it in my mouth. Because that's hot. Or like... But then I'm like... I'm gonna throw up. So I kind of am like... I just like kind of deal with it and I spit it out. What do you wish it tasted like? Honestly, I kind of just wish it was saltier. I do love a salty moment. glad I noticed I was drawing my fucking shading on my line layer, because I would have been pissed about it. Didn't realize how late it was when I started streaming. I'll probably just end when I finish this, but I wanted to at least talk to you guys for a little bit today. Jimmy, did you know about the Greek yogurt protein meta? Yes. I don't love the texture of Greek yogurt, so I don't eat it really ever. Look what I made today. Oh my god, I love it! I want to get into my sewing era. I think doing Labubu clothes would be a great intro to it. That's sick. You should post that. Can I commission one? I want mine to wear it when I go to the show. I'll take better pics tomorrow. Cool. Sorry, y'all. You'll have to wait for the reveal. What type do you think Labubu would be if it was a Pokemon? Normal dark. Let's see how I feel about this shading. When do those new Skull Pandas come out, even? Like, soon? Probably soon. I don't know if I love this brown. Ooh, that's kind of fun. I like that green, actually. The way this can just be an emo. I know. The color looks off on my, the capture. I don't know why it always, like makes like the peach colors like have more of like a red undertone. Never done something like that before. Kind of looks like he's sneaking around. Do you think Labubu are born the same color and then change as they get older? Do they come from eggs or are they birthed? I kind of like the idea that they're from eggs. I love that idea, actually. What? What fucking layer? Oh, is it? Ah, okay. Solve the problem. Nope. I love playing around with gradient maps so much. That's honestly fucking cool looking. That's really striking. Cool. I love the time-lapse feature so much in Procreate. Now draw a fuggler. I want to post like a whole sheet of Labubu. I don't want to, I don't want to just post this one by itself. I want to post like a whole group of them. What is a group of Labubu called? That's a good question. I feel like a tribe. Or a pack. A murder. A murder of Labubus. Um... So yeah, I wanted to draw, like, dream Labubu collabs that I would love. I feel like a Sonic collab with Labubu would be so cute. Now that I'm all warmed up, time to go to bed. Whee! Labubu Bob. Labubu's kind of one step removed from the evil Chow. Yes, they very much are those Chow with the spiky teeth. Cute. Okay. Okay. You ready for me to end, Rube? Yeah. Did I tell you guys I watched Twilight for the first time? I kind of loved it. Like, it was bad, but it was like camp bad, and then it kind of stopped being bad and just became like about an hour into Twilight, it stops being a shitty movie and starts being cool as fuck. Because at first I was like, oh my god, this sucks. And then, again, halfway through, it just like, it switches, and it's a really fucking good movie. And I'm excited to watch the next one. I never let myself watch Twilight back in the day because I knew I would find Jacob hot. Especially in the later movies. And it would just stir up feelings I'd be uncomfortable with. But I definitely would have been Team Jacob. Literally, the first movie, I'm like, she should be with Jacob. And Dallas is like, that's the whole thing, is who she should be with. I was like, oh yeah. Because he was so sweet to her, and Edward was a bitch the whole time. Hi, Ruby. Oh my gosh, I just love you, Ruby. You're so sweet. What do you want to watch tonight, Ruby? We watched Lilo and Stitch the other day, the animated one, and I just loved it so much. I've been seeing so many like clips from the first movie and like the animated show and the sequels on TikTok. I'm like, I just want to watch it. Like, I love this movie, and it's just so funny. It's literally like one of the greatest animated movies ever made. It's so perfect. But I don't really know what I want to watch tonight. I'm ending early, so... Earlier than I normally would, I feel like. So, maybe we'll... I don't know what we'll watch. Maybe we'll get back into watching Reba. We'll see. She's looking up at me. She's like... Are we going to bed soon? Please? 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 She's looking at Snooki, bro. Hi, Tookie. Gosh, you're such a beautiful dog. Beautiful, 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 beautiful Ruby. Okay. Good night, guys. Thanks for watching. Take care of yourselves. Have a good night. Love you all. Goodbye.